Good morning, Dr. Brad. We have
Why,
our
hello, Kurt.
we have reasonably clean coffee cups.
Uh,
Today is Sunday, April 14th, 2024. This is a working session, although Brad's already been lighting up some conversation beforehand. We'll start our working session straight off this morning. I believe yesterday we were very happy with our work yesterday
yes.
on on embodiment, and that we feel like we have the flow down and the organization down, and we've only got to fill in a few bits. And then usually you work on how it flows as a bit of writing. So there's some stuff back in there we've got to fill in. But today the I believe what we're working on is intelligence, if I remember correctly. And I thought that was interesting because it's sort of getting the problem out of the way early. It does go here, right? In
It does
embodiments,
go here.
it does go here. But can't remember where I usually put it. I usually put in the courseware, I have it after sex differences,
Hmm.
which is I'm like, well, okay, well, I made a different structure of argument in the course where I built this up quite differently, basically from the logics and grammars, and we don't do that anymore. And so in that structure, it sort of made neighbor playing some game up there. It sort of made sense, but I love having it here when we're talking about basic faculties. So I'm going to share.
Good idea.
I'm accused of oversharing a lot. Is that the same thing?
I don't know.
All right, we want this one first. What order do I get them in? Then I get them in the order I want. Excellent. I got to select them in the order I want them. Now, where did you go?
Hmm.
So can you see,
Right.
can you
There
see,
you are.
can you see first principles and axioms there?
Yes, I do. The second screen.
You see it on the second screen.
That's right.
And over on rate of cognitive adaptation, you see it on the first screen.
That's on the third screen, way to the right.
Okay, I wish I could see what you see. I'm not getting something here.
I have intelligence and rate of adaptation on the left and the right.
Okay. So over here, I just want
Mhm.
to tell me, ask this. Are these two pages, first principles,
Yes.
axioms, and intelligence, to the
Yes.
left or to the right of the
To the
poem?
left.
Great, that's what we want. Now you confuse, did you set out to confuse me there on purpose? Or was that just was it is
It was
that,
an incidental
it
function.
was an incidental. Okay. All right. Um, okay. We have decided to break this up into before, during, and after, right?
Yeah.
After. And we have restated the loop.
Yep.
I don't have a loop symbol here.
Hmm.
Is there a uh, symbol? I know what symbol I want. No, I don't want emojis. I don't want emojis.
I agree with that.
I don't want,
There you go.
Hello, there you are. That's a very interesting keyboard. Nope, that's not what I want. Where's symbols? It should be,
Special symbols.
huh?
Word settings. Try that.
It should
Keyboard
be
settings.
right here.
Try keyboard settings.
Emoji symbols.
Oh, wait. Wait, there's other choices at the bottom.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
what
Oh, my.
so I'm looking
Oh,
for. I'm
my.
looking. I'm looking for the return. return symbol. I think I'll have to do that as a graphic. It's not here. Play tiddlywinks, cards. Some of this stuff is archaic, you know, it's only in there because. All right, so that's meaningless. All right. Is there a symbol for? How do I enter in Mac? What the hell? Why can't I copy this? U23CE. Sometimes there's a key on the Mac, you never know. Enable hex input, see below, switch to Unicode. No, press and hold the Option key.
I'm back.
You're back?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're finding Unicode.
I type Unicode characters on a Mac.
Oh, look at that.
I don't have an American keypad. Why are you here? Why can't I make you go away? Accept all cookies. System preferences, keyboard input sources. Oh, make it enabled. That's what the problem is. System settings, system preferences, keyboard input sources. It's at the bottom here. Hello.
Wow.
Input sources.
My.
Enable Unicode. I don't see that there. I don't see that there. I don't see it here. But show us. Let's try that one. The very bottom of the languages list. Okay, they've really made this. They've added features, making meaning I can't do what I want. So permanent input sources. So I change input source. All right, so let's just try that. So hit this. Okay, and it doesn't. I don't have the option.
Can't have it, huh?
I don't know why, because in my previous one I have Russian and symbols and all this other stuff up there. So I don't know why that is. Oops.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, that's a new feature too. You click on the background and everything goes away.
uh-huh.
I don't use my background. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try one more time before I give up.
Right.
Where can I find Unicode symbols on the Mac? Is there a list of the references? Yes, there's a table here. Yeah, I can do it with HTML. I can do it that way. So what was the number I had? Third party, I control shift space to bring in the characters pop up. I don't think that's going to happen either. Control shift space. Yeah, like I said, nothing. That's what I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. It's a new, this upgrade, a new version of, and so now I don't know how to do anything. All right, I'm not going to spend any more time on it. We just know that we're going to put the return character here. All right, what, that wasn't what I wanted. Right here. All right. And it's real easy on Mac. You just hold down a key and then you type the number in and let go of the key in Windows. But for some reason, you've got to do this goofy stuff on because it has to be visual on a Mac. You see, you got to be able to do it because artsy people use Macs and they can't think in like numbers and shit. You know, that's why. That's their philosophy.
I said you would know. You're familiar with the artsy people, man. You know.
Yeah, I know.
I find it interesting to watch a computer guy work with the computer.
Why is that?
It's just interesting because it's like it requires a great deal of patience.
Yes. Well, it's like any kind of research. Anything you do, it involves a lot of research. I mean, I tell people this is that back in the day, I could literally know the entire like the we called MSDN and Microsoft Develop. I could literally know all that stuff, everything. Right? When Borland was big and popular back in the day, I literally, I mean, I could answer any question that you would ask. Can't do it today. It's just too much stuff. All right, so back to what we're trying to do. Where is its internal state? Here's enactment. Okay, so we've got the motor faculties, which is right, and you've got the processing, and we've got the intelligence. So I liked this, but the way I frame it in the book is the rate of cognitive. This is me. Uh, so and I'm like, well, this is more consistent with what we're saying, but this is more explanatory, right? It's both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And because uh, because you can permute,
Right.
you have choices which result in the rate of cognitive adaptation.
I would put that explanation in the middle between those two quotes.
Say that again.
I would write that explanatory text in between those two quotes.
And what I said. Oh.
You have permutations. Yeah, and you said permutations that Levine's statement gives us permutations.
I think it's easier this way.
Okay. It probably indent both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Not to steal your thunder.
No, sorry.
Yes. Okay. Hmm.
How's that?
That's good.
I want to do that wrong all the time. Why is that many and that's one? Right?
Greek. No, it's Latinate.
Right, it's wrong. It should be phenomenon is many and is one. Right? That's why does my subconscious want that to happen? I don't know. I just get logically stuck on that one.
Phenomena, isn't it?
Yes. Can't use thus. It sounds pretentious.
Huh.
Well, that's a high level, right? Now we
Why'd you
get
put that little star there? That little dot. Yeah.
yeah, sorry. Do you want me to make this bigger?
Might help my poor eyes, my aging eyes. That's much nicer.
You over here. Oh, you're over there. Okay, that's good. I got to do something about my background because I'm so envious of your flags and the whole thing, right? And then you show up in a tie and such. I might as well just show up in street rags.
Oh my Lord.
I'm gonna go to the.
What the things I must endure.
All right, so all right, let's go over to. Can you see the other side now? Can you
Yes,
see?
yes.
And the volume of repetition of stimulation association, yes. This is a better way of saying it. Oops. It's the same thing we said yesterday. Um, I like that word.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, is this a yeah? Should we stop bumping around on me? Oh no, now I can't do this. Please don't give me a hard time here. Where's the goddamn?
It won't let you indent it?
Well, I have to get the controls back. There they are. Probably figure out how to make this sit firm up here.
Oh, that did something weird.
That was not what I was looking for. That's because I need this and that. And then,
Oh, it only made two.
well, it's because these are all soft returns.
Oh,
That's right.
this looks repetitive to what we wrote yesterday.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm trying to say, well, which one is easier to turn into vocabulary, right? So we have the volume of gray matter, right? The volume of the brain, so size.
Yep.
Volume of available neurons, gray matter, the quality of available transition, white matter, the health of the body and maintaining the neocortex, cortex. Simple. Results come. I think this is a.
Hmm.
Which one of the, so what do you, Chris, so the volume of gray matter, that doesn't matter, right? That we got that one up there.
Yep. Yep.
Interconnectivity of gray
You
matter.
should put that, you'll have the white matter in there with quality and the interconnectivity with the gray matter as because that's its function, right?
Yes.
So you should put it in there. White matter is mentioned above, and it should have a little detail there.
So conductivity.
That's it. You talk about the quality of the white matter.
Volume and quality of white matter, right?
To connect the gray matter, right?
Yeah, the interconnectivity of the gray matter with the white matter. I don't need
Yeah.
to. This is perfect.
Hmm. Yes.
But that's just perfect.
Masculine, feminine.
Yes.
In fact, you might say bias, masculine and feminine biases.
I think I did, right?
Oh, that's fine.
This one is said. Those two things.
You could say, you could do it like you did it and just say, okay, that's fine. Yes. Okay. That therefore looks funny to me. There you go. Mm. Mm.
Positiva. It's really difficult.
What's that?
Well, I think of it as absence of friction because that's how you view water and electricity. But
Right?
when you're talking about biochemistry across the synapse, uh, you're actually talking about the supply of resources. So is it the same? I don't know. Is a positiva the right way to say it? Probably.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so this is the reaction capacity.
Reactivity, right?
Uh, reaction volume. And uh, reaction, no, this is capacity and reaction volume.
Um, I would change it from reaction to reactive.
You are right.
Thank you.
I'm getting over my difficulty in saying that. So do a little, can you be serious for 5 minutes? Go ahead, say
No, I don't think you can.
it.
That when you do that, you just turn real quiet and work. Mm,
That's neoteny and see, there's a problem with this.
what's that?
Well, it's the three bears thing.
Okay. Want to see how the porridge fits in.
Well, if you're
It
pissed
is
off,
gray matter
if
too.
you're pissed off enough, mom, you just shove it in there and hold the kid's mouth closed, I guess.
I don't know. I imagine you need.
I have an incredibly guilty episode. You know, you have these things you do to your kids. They don't have no idea how traumatized you are by it. They don't remember it at all. But something
Right.
you do to your kids traumatizes you. And I remember I loved my daughter. I mean, she has no idea, I'm sure. But when she was little, I just loved her. Right. I would put her in my backpack and take her places and stuff like that. She was awesome. Um, so but what was funny is I'm feeding her, I can't remember what it is. It might have been baby food, right?
Right.
That I warmed up, but the warming hadn't been, I didn't stir it enough, so the warming was even. So I put
Oh,
one spoonful in her mouth, it was fine. And I put another one and she goes, ah, you know,
too hot.
it's too hot. And I was like so traumatized by it, I felt so guilty, right? For being
Um,
an irresponsible parent, hurting my little child.
evil man.
Anyway, so the problem with neoteny is oh, I see what it is. Neoteny is great because it delays maturity long enough so you have more cognitive development when your behavior is plastic. Therefore, it fosters cooperation, right? Puppies are cooperative, wolves are not, right? I mean, young wolves are for cooperative, adult wolves, young puppies are, you know, and the reason we like dogs is because they're basically children, you know, young adults. Um, the same thing happens to people. The second thing that happens in humans is that, as and you know this is a doctor, is that the head is quite big at birth compared to the body, right? And
Yes.
so what happens during neotenic development, you get a nice big European, or even better, a big round Chinese head, right? And that's what happens. So if you look at an East Asian, you have this, that's not all of them, but certainly I mean in Chinese, is they have this big round head on top of this little Asian body, right? And so that's one dimension. But if you add size to it, which is a meat diet, you get Northern Europeans with a big freaking head, a barrel chest, and 6 feet X in length and height, right? So you want to maintain neoteny, but still get morphology, large scale morphology, and you want it to be gracile. So you have these 3 dimensions, which I should put in here, which are so there's 3 dimensions, which is God damn it,
That was close.
which is I want to do this, which is 3 dimensions, which is neoteny plus size plus gracility. So, essentially you want to get somewhere between, you ever see how big square show? I love, now that I know what they are, I love Slavic body form. It's really broad shoulders. They're square. They have long legs. They don't have as much variation as we do in Germanic people. And they don't have our hypercranium, right? They don't have the as big a head all the time. That seems to be more Scandinavian. But you get this people that are really good for riding horses, right? Because they have the right legs for it, the right body for it, the whole thing. It's really great. So you're looking for neoteny. It should be neoteny, gracility, and size, because you want a big freaking head, right? I mean, that's what you want, but you might also want a big freaking body. But if you want a big freaking body, you want it to be gracile so you can maintain persistence running. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You're not reacting. I'm going off. You think I'm going off track or something?
You're doing fine. I would say absence of genetic load.
Where'd that E come from? I didn't ask for that.
No.
Volume. Boom.
Yep.
Uh,
Those should be indented. And I would just I would just eliminate the volume and just put dot, dot, dot of available gray matter, right? So that it's not repetitive.
I'm not sure it's bad. Volume, size.
Because it's of available gray matter and of the quality, volume and quantity. You could leave that one.
No, I don't know.
That's good enough. Either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it this way because I don't want to be.
Okay.
It might be repetitive, but it's clear.
It's quite clear.
That's not getting across the point I want.
What do you want it to say different?
Well, this could just mean that there's a lot here locally instead of it goes freaking everywhere. Gray matter regions.
Oh, there you go. That's good. That
Fine.
looks that looks like it wants to be indented because it's talking about the nature of the connectivity.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Hmm.
I don't think that's the wrong word. It's both of them is resources, right?
Yep. There you go.
That turns it into physics.
Hmm.
And now it's all physics. Should these be indented bullets? Or are they fine this way?
I think bullets might be better. There you go. That's nice.
All physics. We're getting our point across.
That phrase right there in that parenthetical you're sitting on is wants to be expounded upon a little bit.
I don't know if do we need to say that? This turns into an intuition.
Hmm.
What goes here?
It's interesting because it's just information
Yeah.
as the medium, right?
Yeah. Okay. This doesn't make sense.
but doesn't.
Or the result of. What's important about quantity and quality?
Of information,
Yes.
of the movement of information, right?
Yeah.
Transduction is the right word.
Is that right? Let's that way. You use that word a lot, so it must be in the medical community.
Transduction. Now I have to look it up. You make me work so hard, Kurt.
Well, somebody's got to do something around here that besides tease me.
Right? I got to earn my keep.
Yeah, that's right.
What
You're
is?
right. You're right.
Again? Wow.
Told you, I'm getting over. It's been a long haul. It's been years in the doing, but I'm getting over telling you you're right all the
Shit.
time. I have no idea. What do people think when I bet you if you had say, would you it work if you could have this much fun working, wouldn't you like it better? Well,
It's better this way.
we know what we're doing over here.
Challenging, and it is work. Just in case people who think we're just sitting around having some yucks.
It makes me tired, that's for sure. We do pair programming. We went through a phase of that. It's still pretty useful, but when you're bringing a lot of people on board, you can sit together and program something together, right? One person at the keyboard and one person talking, right? Today, you can actually do it with both people at the keyboard, separate keyboards doing it. But what you find is that you don't realize the dimensions, right? With the dimensions of how your mind works. You can get really into something and maybe have it flow, but you can also not get there.
Yes. You can go down an alleyway that is a dead end.
Right. Or you cannot be you can think you're working, but you're really doing is thinking about something else because you just can't get that to happen. When
Right.
you program with other people, both of you are keeping each other because you're borrowing each other's prefrontal cortex, right? So you're sitting there, you're both of you working. And what you find out is it makes you freaking tired because you're not getting all those little breaks,
Oh,
right? So I found it's for me it's very frustrating, but to do it with people unless they're relative peers, right?
right.
Right, and there's a point at which it's really, for at least for me, uh, I prefer to do it when I do the more of the architecture. So I put the skeleton together, and then I work with somebody who's more interested in the code itself. And so I can keep that person on track, and that person can compensate with his or her level of appreciation for detail.
Yes.
Very interesting. Anyway, all I'm saying is it's work to work together. But so you got to make it fun.
You have to make it fun.
And that involves Brad making fun of me on a regular,
A little bit.
it does happen. I do make fun of you, Brad, but it's mostly,
You do?
yeah, but it's mostly false. See, the stuff when you make fun,
It's just lies.
it's just not true. But when you make fun of me, it's true. How I compensate, right? I just make stuff up. It's not true.
It's impressive, I must say.
All right, so I think I've answered this.
That was nicely done.
Okay, so this is the next part. Stupid shit you believe. Oh, I see. I wrote it here as false wants and beliefs. I think I like stupid shit you believe is better. Do you?
It's funnier
It's
and it's quite explanatory. It doesn't require further elucidation.
why is this? Oh, that's why. So we're going to talk about biological intelligence.
Hmm. The biology of intelligence, right?
No,
Biological intelligence suggests something different than I think you mean.
I think you're right. See, I did it again.
Oh my.
See, I did it again. What do you say?
The biology of intelligence.
And this is demonstrated intelligence.
Okay.
This is one.
Oh, okay.
Demonstrated. So I want to move all this in, right? That's already indented. If I indent that, is that okay? No, that does not add clarity.
What does not?
If I indent, therefore, it does not add clarity.
Hmm.
It's confusion. Demonstrated intelligence. Boom. I want to get into that. The course of life. Yes. Oh, so it's just, it needs to have a name. I don't like this.
What is it? Problem.
Because if I say biological intelligence, so I want to name here. Just genetic intelligence.
Okay.
Okay. Mutable, not gonna get out of it. Okay, demonstrated intelligence. This is what we do. We measure.
Why do you say all of one's genetics?
Genetic intelligence will eventually express, as will all of one's genetics.
That's kind of weird. It's adaptive to the environment, and it will be expressed as demonstrated intelligence, right?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at here is that this is IQ. This is, we measure the reaction time. However, we have developed the most accurate. Crystal, fluid, crystallized fluid is and crystallized is accumulated.
Hmm.
We don't, you just want to continue using bullet points.
That works.
It's gonna be a hard time. I'm having fun. I just really like this better. I'm just gonna put that in there. And I'm sure the editors will make us take it out. But the worst that happens is I give the editor a chuckle.
That's the worst case. I think you should put sacred cows in there, though. Certainly in that same vein, because that's what we're talking about there. The sacred cows are a problem.
Most of them are actually from this. In other
Yep,
words, most of them come from
they're related. They're all related.
related.
So yes,
I just love that stupid shit.
but wait, I think I will put one more thing in there, which is their justifications.
Justifications.
That's a useful little series there, or
I think it's
example,
awesome.
because that tells you why they're there and what they're doing and what they're negative, right?
Well, let's do this. Let's do it. I just love this shit. There's both motivation. But why do we do all this? It's to maintain. I don't know. I don't know how many. I don't know how deep I want to go into that.
Right.
Anyway,
Well, it will come back later because we're going to talk about that behavioral economics. I will put social status. Yeah,
yeah.
that's very nice. I like that way it's framed in there.
This is a plus. This can be plus or minus.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
plus. Plus or minus.
So I would like to see it organized by pluses and minuses if we're going to have that. Does that make sense? So
Well,
like
I've ordered it in constructive. In other words, it's ordered in
okay,
independence order.
they're dependent on each other. Yeah, that makes sense. You're right, Kurt.
It does happen once in a while.
See, that was me. I was making fun. It didn't work. It just sucked.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing in the whole book so far.
So far, note to self, right?
Oh, this is a negative.
Oh,
How did
oh,
I do that again?
just seeing if I'm paying attention. Yes. I think the false wants and beliefs are fall under that category too.
What?
False wants and beliefs fall underneath that trauma and cognitive illnesses.
Yeah, well, the results, the results of false wants and beliefs. Okay.
Physical trauma, though, it's like that counts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure. Right, there's a emotional trauma,
Oh yeah.
environmental stress,
Mm,
right?
yeah. That's a hard one right there. That one's hard to that little set is rough. That's like all the human problems. Like it just makes it harder for us.
You didn't tell me to get rid of these yet. That's like an
I'm
option.
not gonna get rid of them, man. They're too good.
Something happened.
Oh, the commas. I'm
The
sorry.
commas. What's
I'm
happening?
I'm
Today's
distracted by this. I'm distracted by this just elegant work.
all right.
I think I would highlight something that G. I don't know.
Where are you seeing G?
Way up there. Your cursor's blinking by it.
Well, that's how it's written. It's a
Okay.
technical term. It's written.
Yeah, I
It's
see
written.
it. It's not. It's okay. I'm calling it good.
No, I mean, I can't. I understand because people are going to think weird shit, right? I mean, so I can make a note here. Is that G? Fuck, gotta make a note. Because I do it like this, right?
Yeah. What I would say symbolizes instead of is the symbol for.
Symbolizes.
That's quite clear.
Uh, let's do this.
Uh-oh. He's breaking out the other brain.
Or fluid and crystallizing.
Fix that differences. Oh, too late.
We'll figure it out.
I figured, but I get nervous with computers.
More. Can we try again and determine if there are more factors, more. Suppose I have the book right here, or I have the book around here somewhere.
somewhere.
There we go.
Mm, that's very good.
So we want to basically say these things contribute to or detract from, and they're basically resistors and capacitors, right?
It's like a list of the circuits, right?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we could go through here and actually, let's just go. I mean, we can break these into categories.
Okay. Which is the domains of performance, right?
Yeah, and I want to get the other one too. Mhm.
Wow.
Locations, right?
Say it again. Hmm.
Yeah, well, we know what it is because we just gave out the biological reasons for it. Okay.
What's your plan here?
I figure out where to put this. I like the answers of, here, let me show you something. So Claude can't do this, but ChatGPT can. Please rewrite alt
Oh,
text in the style of philosopher, social scientist, Kurt Doolittle. It's funny. It's almost right. I write much more densely than
yes. I see fluffy stuff in there. 'It's a great way to get a rewrite out of it, man.
if you just know how it works, it's like you just, you know, it's like paying the fucking lily pads for other people. So it can write like me. It can, all right? I mean,
Pretty good.
oh hell. It's really nice to have something that can write about like you. It's just pretty cool, actually.
It is. It's way cool. Just change it into bullets.
Thank you. I was trying to think of some way I could tease you for saying that, and I couldn't come up with anything. It's a real letdown when I come up empty, you know.
What's funny is you like to confess it, however.
What? That I
You say,
failed.
I was trying to think of something funny to say, but I failed.
Okay, let's do that again. Might have to develop a, you can develop a workflow for this with automation. I might develop an automation. Do I just write it in the automator and it'll come out in my style in this same context? Please define. How did I say it? Might have to do the same thing again.
Say repeat the process for, yep, yep, yep. It's a crazy workflow, man.
There any fluff in this one?
A little bit.
Yeah, so let's do it again.
Just create a name for the defluffing exercise, right?
I don't know if you can. I think it can't produce, it has to produce the output in
And then you
order
tell it to fluff it down.
fluff it down. And it's recursion, right? That's the problem. These things are yeah. Yes.
Go ahead.
It's just good. I mean, it right, that's me. That's great. Huh.
But
Uh, just didn't expect that.
what?
I didn't expect that these are different. I thought they were hard. I thought they
Hmm.
were, they're not. Yes, I'll go back and make them.
I know what you're thinking.
Do. How do I get rid of that?
I'll tell you how to do it. Where are you at?
I want
This,
the number.
okay, that's a different place than I was thinking.
See, I can't. That's one of the things you can't do.
What's that?
Um, you can't. You can't have a paragraph here with a number and then
Yeah.
bullet list and then close. It doesn't want you to do that. So if I do, I think if I do it like so, but I don't think I can do that. Yeah. So you have to do it. So I have to find a way of doing that without screwing up the numbering. Oh, what's our point here? Why did it work there? Oh, it's 'cause I started over. Oh, and I know physically numbered them. That's the issue. Is this numbered? Yeah, that's what it is. So there's demonstrated intelligence. I would have to physically number them. Okay, that's how to get around it. I don't
You know
want to
what
do,
to do.
yeah, I don't want to do that right now.
This is more detailed than I anticipated.
Well, I'm thinking the same thing. Is this a good idea?
I'm wondering if it's distracting us from um, the arc.
I think, let me just, I'm
I
thinking,
don't, I think it's good information and it may be in the science book, but you could get away without so much explanation by just putting a list. You know what I mean?
give me a minute. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what I'm thinking, and you might be right. I don't think this is necessary, this one here. This one isn't necessary. You mean we don't need all this, right?
It seems like this, it's covered pretty well in the part we just created up above there. Even that is sufficient, I think, that analytical breakdown. Because what's the next section going to be?
Uh, the next section, well, first of all, we're gonna deal with, we gotta, where's the physics part? Wait a minute, I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm almost there. I've got it. See this thing over here on this thing here. So we're trying to get to what the fuck does intelligence mean, right? And I'm trying to falsify. I think one of the key things is to falsify alternative, falsify criticisms of intelligence claims.
Okay.
So I think that you're right. We're not going to want all that. There's also, so there's this one here. Then there is measurement.
Yeah.
And then there's for explanation. Of physics, just like we said. All right. And that's going to be the difference is time. Okay. Where are we? This needs to be
Okay.
It's the rate. This is the rate.
Hmm.
I don't know how to say this better.
Interfering, it's interference. Yes.
This is like the amount of time you can.
It's a limit.
Yeah. I'm going to ask it to explain those things. Yeah, you're going to talk me out of this. This definitely isn't necessary. Right?
Right.
It's definitely not necessary.
It's not operational. It's
You
too
can't, it doesn't
technical.
help us with our core message. The problem with these is they're not meaningful enough. You have to get down to this.
Yes.
Why they separate these two, it always bothers me. I want some summary here. I don't know what the hell I was saying here. This is biological, right? You didn't want me to use biological. What did I use? Genetic?
Yeah. I think you capitalize the intelligence though. 'Cause it's a proper name. I would capitalize that one too. Yeah. Hmm.
I don't think we care, but I don't, do I need to go any more detail than this?
That's perfect.
I don't think so.
Because we see what you've set the,
We don't want to get into behavior, right? We're not trying to get into
no,
behavior.
we're just describing the function of the intelligence in the context of human
We're looking at the physical operations of
humans.
humans. Conscientious, what the fuck? Conscien. Why can't I spell conscientious? I don't know. Why couldn't I spell it?
Hmm.
Fine. I'm not even sure she's making this in here. I'm not looking.
Look at the context that we're arriving to intelligence from. And then what are we what are we bridging to, right? Because we're going to describe the physics next, right?
We're trying to describe. No, this is right. This is right. This is could use some fleshing out. I'm not sure this is useful at all. This is behavior.
Right. So what are we doing next? We're gonna get into human expressions.
We do consciousness next. So we have to, in order to talk about these things, we have to have intelligence down.
Okay.
I just don't know. I thought we would come in, add this. And now I'm not sure it's valuable at all. Let's something's not looking right here to me.
Is that?
Well, it's not looking right to me, so I'm going to update it.
Yeah.
Is all this measurement even necessary? I don't think so.
I don't either.
What do you think?
I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all this. What the fuck is, why are you giving me a hard time here with cursors? There's one cut. Okay, I'm gonna refresh this page. Do I have my cursor back yet? No.
Is that?
Well, I want my cursor back and it doesn't want to give me my cursor back. What is the problem here? Doesn't want to give it to me here either. Doesn't want to give it to me anywhere. There it does. There, now it did. Okay, so I had to put it up there. All right. Uh, whole measurement thing. There's my cursor. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna say
There you go. I was gonna, I hope you saved that.
I won't use it, just. So this is what we want to see here. This is what we want to see here. So we want to say it's all physics. All physics in time. Next. So I can define all these terms. And then we got them the next, so our next section will do this, right?
Okay. Which gets us, where does that get us? Get us
That,
to
that
a
gets us
human
to,
being?
that gets us to the end. Then we have to
Yeah.
go through and say, does this all read well together?
Okay.
We need 2 more sessions to finish this.
What's the next section that we're gonna work on that follows this one?
Language.
Okay, so social beings. So we've talked about a human being. Embodiment is a human being. It's universal for a human being and human beings in general as individuals, right? And language is the socialization of human beings.
Yes, but I was thinking, so where do we say it though? Where do we say it?
See, we're talking about at the end of the section we're on right now, it's talking about commensurability.
Yeah, so we bridge from commensurability. Where's that?
So we go to Vitruvianism
Yes.
right there, and then that leads to social critters. There you go.
So
That gets to be in your editorial font. That makes it feel important.
does? Well, we
Makes
got
it feel
everybody's
like
got to feel important. Language. To next. Next. All right, brother.
you feel good.
I feel good. I just realized I'm hungry and I'm
And that's okay. The body has to feed the mind,
starting to fade.
right?
All right, so let me shut down the sharing here. The Zoom going. Stop.
Power
Oh, I got a
down.
stop sharing button now.
Well, where'd that come from?
I don't know. That's
I
new.
can even see it. Wow. Now I'm huge. That's upsetting. Makes
All
me want
right.
this.
Well, so we'll go after this. We'll talk about if we're going to do another night this week or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this is
Your
my
turn.
opportunity to shine again.
Yes.
Well, everybody, this is your opportunity to make Kurt happy because hit the notification bell. See, I did that different this time. Then you can hit like and subscribe. And you know what to do.
Leave comments.
All right, Kurt.
Love you, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later.